Professional sports leagues are all trying to make a comeback here, but there's one league that certainly seems like maybe they just don't want to play. This is your hot topic from pubsportsradio.com. I'm Donnie Seymour, and this is your Pub Sports Radio hot topic of the day. Professional sports on the way back. Yeah, it looks like we're going to get some action. Look at Gary Bettman with hockey. Look at the NFL moving forward. Look at everybody in the NBA trying to pull together and go to Disney World just in order to complete their season and also their playoff run. Then there's the other sport, and that's Major League Baseball, trying to hash out some details on an 82-game schedule, a new 21-day spring training. Looks like they want to try to end the season by September 27th. But here's the crux of the argument, which always comes into play in Major League Baseball. Well, you see the other leagues, working behind the scenes, trying to get all the details ironed out before they come public. Baseball loves to air their dirty laundry and certainly doing themselves no favor. When we take a look at the NFL and the CBA that was agreed upon shortly before the pandemic hit, everybody voted in agreement that the procedures should be in place where the guys that are making less should make a little bit more money in this, and the guys like Russell Wilson and Drew Brees and everybody at the higher end of the spectrum was going to take a little bit of a haircut for the greater good of the game. And it looks like Major League Baseball and their owners are trying the same exact tactic here. If we take a look at some of the increases here, the league minimum guys are still going to make 90% of their prorated salary over the remainder of the season. So if you made $563,000 as a salary, or you would have gotten a salary for the full year as a league minimum player, you're still going to get $256,000 on that prorated schedule over the 82-game season that we're anticipating to play. But if you take a look at the high-end spectrum guys, how about the highest guy, Mike Trout, $37 million a year? You know what he's going to make? $5.7 million when it's all said and done. But you have to look at both sides of the argument. If you're a player, yes, it looks unfair. Why would I not take? I'm supposed to make $37 million. Now I'm going to be down to $5.7 million for this year. Those guys have already banked a lot of money, but when you take a look at it from their perspective, it looks horrendous. But when you really break it down, you're missing half of the season as is. And the salary that you were to make in Major League Baseball and for any professional sport is based on overall revenue coming in from TV and also the gate at the ballpark. If we're not going to have any fans in Major League Baseball, or at least for a month or two, people aren't coming out to the ballpark, that's a substantial chunk of what the owners thought they were going to pay you at the start of the season, non-pandemic, which means full houses, full game schedule, full playoffs, and you get that whole run-up, including the spring training as well. That is all gone, and you want to try to put it in terms of the greater good of the game. Baseball needs to come back. You can't have hockey, NFL, and also the NBA coming back and working through this and winning the fan supports when you're the boys of summer and are not going to play. You see comments like Marcus Stroman out saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to try to start taking into some things outside of my baseball life and maybe get my career moving in that direction, which is fine. It's Major League Baseball's Players Association's right to sit back and say, we don't want to play for this. They can certainly do that, maybe get back underway next year, but you do irreparable harm. When you looked in the 1990s when they shut it down and lost World Series, they had to come back with a steroid gimmick and a juiced baseball in order to get people back. You can't do it this time around. It's a much different day and age with social media and a lot of eyeballs trained to a lot of different things. Major League Baseball and the Players Association would be foolish not to come to an agreement and at least get a shortened season of 82 games back on the table. I'm Donnie Seymour for Pub Sports Radio. This was my hot topic.